Hey folks, 13-3 here into our second season with our guest, Chippewa Steel goalie and 2023 Slovakian World Juniors standout, Adam Gajan. This episode is sponsored by State Farm Insurance, Hertel Law, Raleigh's Coach Club, Riverside Bike and Skate, and Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, which has been committed to the healthcare needs of our patients in Western Wisconsin since 1954. Mogi.
Adam, thanks so much for taking some time to sit down and talk with us. We know you've had a wild couple of months, and we're ready to hear your story, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
You've had some amazing months, not only in your early hockey career, but since you've come to the Chippewa Steel. Looking at your hockey DB and talking to your coach, it kind of all started with a GoPro video. Is that right?
Yeah, so last year I had GoPro behind the net every game, and I was doing my highlights after every game. And then I sent some videos to the director of Slovak goaltending. He sent it to Frank Kolar. He is the guy from Slovakia, but he's living in USA for maybe 50 years. And he was NHL scout, so he knows some guys here. And he sent those videos to Casey, and Casey liked me, and that's how I get here. So yeah.
Well, we talked to Casey. He said he watched those nonstop for hours. He couldn't believe what he saw on those clips.
Yeah, I think it was maybe 8-minute video, highlights from December and January, I would say, from the last season. So it got to Casey, and he liked me. So then we talk. We had Zoom meeting, and then we just make a deal. And then a few weeks after, they drafted me. So that's how it was.
And here you are.
And how old were you when you were making those videos?
I started using GoPro behind the net maybe 3 years ago. I was trying to see what I can do better and see what I'm doing good. So I was doing it to get better, and then those videos helped me to show some coaches that what I can do, and that's how I get here. So I started maybe 3 years ago, and I'm still doing it. I have GoPro behind the net every game, even here, and I'm watching the game after, the videos from the game after every game is on Monday or Tuesday. So I'm doing it every week.
So we're starting our video portion of our podcast coming up in a couple of weeks here. So I've been trying to use a GoPro for years. So if I need some help, can I talk to you about that?
Yeah, of course.
You can help me?
Yeah, I'm using it for a few years, so I know how it works, so I can help you.
Where were you at the beginning of the year, Adam?
All you can do is help. He's at the bottom, Adam. He's at the bottom.
Yeah.
For our listeners here, using the GoPro to get recognized, you're playing net.
Yeah.
And how did you, as a youth, determine that you wanted to be a goalie?
Yeah, so I don't even know, I wanted to be goalie since I was 2 years old, so...
Wow.
So it was just from the beginning, all I wanted to do was to be hockey goalie, so I started skating, I don't know, when I was maybe 4 or 5. And for a few years I was just skating to learn how to skate, and then when I was maybe around 7 years old, I started to be goalie, and I was good at it from the beginning, and I was just getting better. I love it, and that's how I started.
So were you from a hockey playing family, Adam, or was it your buddies were playing, so you started? How did that come about?
Like I said, I don't even know. All I wanted to do was just to be hockey goalie, and my parents and my family, they didn't play hockey, but they're fans of hockey, soccer, and all the sports. So when I'm home, all the time we're just watching the sports in the TV. So they didn't play hockey, but we're sport family. So yeah.
What was it about the position that attracted you to it?
Like I said, I don't even know. I remember when I talked to my parents, I said that I want to be a goalie when I was 2, and I remember I got my the first goalie pass when I was, I don't know, maybe 3 or something, and it was the smallest pads you can get, and they're so big for me that I can wear just one pad because they're so huge for me. So
Do you still have those?
yeah, there are some where Yeah, they are somewhere at home. They're like so little. Like now they're not even to my knees. And I remember when I was younger, I couldn't even like use ball because they were so big for me.
And you've grown quite a bit since that point. You're what, 6'3" or 6'4" right now?
Yeah, I'm like 6'3" and something right now. So,
Yeah, his parents fed him fertilizer.
Yeah,
He grew like a weed.
I'd like to see the comparison between your goalie pads now and your goalie for your first pair. That'd be interesting contrast.
Yeah, it's a big difference.
As you have progressed from youth through the ranks of hockey and now with the Chippewa Steel, do you look back and question whether or not you made the right decision to play goalie, or are you looking at some of the forwards and defensemen going, that'd be pretty cool to play too?
No, I mean, like, there are many goalies who are just like, why I am goalie, like, I want to play, but, like, I mean, I like to play a few times, like, just, like, at the Christmas or after a season, I really like to just play with the guys, but, like, I'm never thinking about, like, change it, like, I like to be goalie, so I think that's the best position and, like, the most important position in hockey, so, yeah.
What do you think is your greatest asset for being a goaltender? Is it your positioning? What is it?
Yeah, I think I'm like, I would say like maybe my explosivity and mobility. So like those are, I think, important things for goalies, and I think I have those. And then I think my stick handling, like goalie has to be like the sixth player on the ice right now. So I think my stick handling is like one of my strengths as well.
Can you? How far can you shoot the puck down in the air? Can you make
like
it all the way down the rink?
Yeah, like few times, like when I was practicing, I hit the ceiling, and like this year, I don't know if you know about it, but I almost scored. I missed the net by like, I don't know, like 3 inches. I was so close, like I have video of it.
I saw the replay of that one. That was awesome.
Yeah, and like I'm trying to score, so I hope I will have another chance, but like I think it was against Fairbanks in Marshall, Minnesota.
Okay.
And I just missed the net by like few inches. I was so close. So that's my big goal for this season, to score a goalie goal.
Well, good luck.
Yeah.
Any assists on the books yet?
Actually, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think I have one against the USA at the World Juniors, but they didn't give it to me. But like I think I had one there. But I don't think I have any this year. So that's.
How about are you racking up any penalty minutes?
I have some. I have maybe like 8 penalty minutes. So yeah, I have some penalty minutes.
Who's upsetting you? Go ahead.
Usually some guys getting too close to your crease, I'm guessing, something like that, maybe.
No, I mean, like, I am not very like like the angry goalie as some goalies are, but like like sometimes when you like move the net or just like trip some guys when he's close to net, or actually like with my stick handling, like I said, few times I just like throw the puck over the glass. So I have maybe like 6 penalty minutes just to like throw the puck away from the play. So
Okay.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Do you have a ritual on how you get dressed before every game?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even have to think about it, but like everything before every game is the same, like all the time, like from the morning, like you say, like warm up, dressing before the game, and everything is same all the time. So
Do you eat the same pregame meal every time?
yeah, we always went, like when we are playing home, we went to Chippewa. It's like
Chippewa
the
Family Restaurant?
team. Yeah.
Oh boy, that name comes up a lot. What do you guys like about the Chippewa Family Restaurant so much?
I don't even know. Like I just came here and the guys were just eating there all the time. So I don't know why, but like I always have like the spaghetti before the game. So like I said, everything is same before every game.
Okay, that's good.
All right.
Yeah.
Same skate goes on at the same time,
Yes.
same pad.
Yeah, like everything. So yeah.
Okay, if you got a couple, 2, 3 losses in a row, do you switch it up or do you stay with what's the steady course?
No, I mean, like I said, I think that's work for me, and like all the details I'm doing are right. Maybe like I change something, I don't know, like just some little details, but like those things I'm doing all the time the same, no matter if we win or lose. So I'm doing those things all the time the same.
Okay.
So you're playing with your teams in Slovakia, and you decide that you want to come over to America. Did you think that was going to be something that could increase your chances of making it to the NHL?
Yeah, I mean, like I wasn't thinking too much about it. It was maybe like 2 or 3 years ago when I decided that like I want to play college hockey.
Okay.
So I knew that after next season I have to go to USA. So that's why I was trying to like make those videos and make some highlights and send them here. And like I came here and I didn't expect like anything. I was confident that I can play like fine, but like, you know, I didn't have any big expectations. And then like I said, everything started after showcase, and after 2 games I played, I talked to like 20 schools. So that was crazy.
Came out of nowhere, huh?
That's pretty.
Yeah.
Well,
That's amazing.
Let's talk. Oh, go ahead, Mo.
No, you banked on yourself. You know, you made the highlight reel. You sent it out to the coaches. You got some attention. You got a spot, and boom. So that's good initiative on your part.
Yeah.
So you come here with the GoPro video. I still get a kick out of that.
That's amazing.
You know, and Coach Casey, you know, has enough confidence in that video to bring you here.
Yeah.
And now you go play for your World Junior team.
Yeah.
And is that when the scouts were really starting to eyeball you and what your capabilities were?
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's like I said, everything started right after showcase, and
Now that's in the fall. That's the
and
NAHL showcase
I think
at
it was
Super
like
Rink.
it was like September, I would say.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And yeah, so like, of course, like now I'm talking to more NHL teams, but like I talked to maybe like, I don't know, like more than 5 teams even before the World Juniors. So like, even when I just played here, like before I went to USHL, I talked to some NHL teams. So like I said, I didn't expect much, and everything just started so fast. So yeah.
Okay, so you're with the Steel, and they're loaning you out a little bit to the USHL as well.
Yeah.
Who are you playing with in the USHL?
Yeah. So I played 6 games for Green Bay Gamblers.
Okay.
So I had to be there for the 10 games, so nobody else can draft me next year. So then, like the next season, I will stay in Green Bay. So that's the great spot for me.
So you're thinking of Green Bay before you go to college?
Yeah.
One
So
more
like
year, one USHL year?
Yeah. So like
Okay.
next year, I will stay and play USHL, and then after it, I will go to UMD.
Okay. So talk about the competition level at the NAHL level. What do you see? Is that a pretty good, pretty competitive league?
Yeah. I mean, you can just look at our division, and like I think like the last team can win with the first one, and like the points difference, like it's like every team is so close to each other. Like now we are at the 7th place, and we are missing 2 points for the playoffs for like the 4th place. So everything is so close, and I think, of course, when I played in USHL, like it's a little bit faster. Players are more skilled, but the competition level here, I think it's great. So yeah.
Okay, so you do think it's a little faster and a little more skillful at the USHL level?
Yeah, it's different, but like NAHL is great league as well. So
Oh yeah, definitely. Seeing more and more Division I prospects coming out of the NAHL. Yeah, it's good league.
What colleges were knocking on your door when you went to the showcase?
Yeah, so like I said, there were like 20 schools, so it was a lot. But then I had to pick my top 5 schools for like the official visit. So I went to Minnesota Duluth, Wisconsin, Ohio State, St. Cloud, and Colorado College. So those are my top 5 schools.
Well, I'll tell you what, you picked some doggone good schools.
Yes.
You can't lose with any of those.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got a favorite out of that, but
Well, of course you do.
You know, but you. So how did you narrow it
Yeah,
down?
what stood out to
Duluth?
Good question. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I remember when I talked first time to Duluth at the showcase, and I just saw like the Bulldog logo on the shirt of the coach, and I was like, "What's this?" You know, like I never saw it before. I didn't know it's like some Duluth exists like before the showcase. You know, like the college hockey is not very popular in Slovakia, so I didn't even know that Duluth existed like a few months ago. So like if I talked to like my friends, and like of course the agent was big part of it, and Casey as well. And like I think if I had to make decision by myself, I would be still thinking about it, because like all those 5 visits were great, and like I love all the school. Like Wisconsin was great, then St. Cloud, Ohio State, CC, everything was great. So I just trusted Casey and my agent, and just we decided that the best spot for me is at Duluth, like that I can improve there and just get my game to another level. So
I tell you, that sounds like the right place to go. You know, they've won multiple national championships in the past few years. So, yeah, you got a great coaching staff up there, and that's a great opportunity for you, Adam.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Can we ask who the agent is that's helping you navigate through this?
Yeah, it's Max Gissi. He's with CAA. So when I came here, I had an agent in from Slovakia, but it wasn't the best. I wanted to change it, and at the showcase, I didn't talk to just many schools, but I talked to many agents, maybe like more than 10 agents, and I talked to some great agencies, and then I picked CAA, and like I can ask for better agent. It's great with Max, and I can be more happy to have him. So.
And I'm assuming that Casey was there kind of by your side to help you along with that
actually,
as well?
like first few weeks, Casey was my agent. So
okay,
that's awesome.
So like he is big reason why I'm now working with Max. So Casey helped me with that decision as well.
So have you had any help with your family? I know you're the ocean away. How has that been? The adjustment away from your family now, and you don't get to see them. Are you still in contact with them regularly?
Yeah, I mean, there is not much time during the weekend, because when I come home after practice, it's like 10 p.m. in Slovakia. So mostly we're just talking like on the Sundays.
Okay.
But I mean, like, I don't even miss home too much. Last 2 years I played in different town when it's my home, so I lived alone at the apartment. And when I was 14, I played in Finland. So I'm like used to it that I'm not home, and my parents are used to it as well. So I think that's fine. And like, when I came here, like, my B-lads are the best, like, than Casey and the guys in the locker room. So I feel like that's my home here, and I don't miss Slovakia at all. So I think it's great here.
That's awesome. That says a lot about the organization, JC.
Organization and just that camaraderie.
Casey talked about that.
Yeah.
You know how
he did.
How they want to make sure everybody feels comfortable, you want to be part of that team, and they reach out and they do that for you. That says a lot about that organization.
We're going to take a break and give a shout out to a couple of our sponsors. Raleigh's Coach Club in Altoona, Wisconsin, located across the street from the Altoona Ice Center on Spooner Avenue, has been a staple in the Altoona community for decades, providing support and sponsorship for youth and adult sports, including teams that Mogi and I play on. Raleigh's has your favorite beverage ready and your favorite team on the screen. And for all your family's insurance needs, see one of the well-qualified Flag brothers at State Farm Insurance. Jeff in Chippewa Falls, Ryan in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, who plays hockey with Mogi and I, or Quinn or Rolf, both located in Duluth, Minnesota, where you're heading to for college. How about that?
Talk to those boys about some car insurance up there.
There you go.
Flag will give you a good deal.
I'm looking up for that one, that's for sure. You are speaking very good English. At what age did you start to learn to be bilingual?
Yeah, so I think we have to start learning English in school in Slovakia when we are maybe like 8 or something. So we just started there, and it's like nothing special, So you just learn when you came here and you are talking. But I think my English was better than I expected. So like I said, when I came here, I talked to many coaches, and I understood everything, and I can say something. So now it's getting better, but I think it was fine when I got here. So we have to take English, and then we have to take one more language. So at the elementary school, I had German language. Then at high school, I had Spanish, but I can't say much in that. So
so 3 languages you speak, pretty much? 4?
I mean, I would say just like Slovak and English. Like I said, German, I can't say much, and then Spanish is the same.
Well, then you played in Finland. You know any Finnish?
So like I actually went there when I was 14, so I had to go to school every day, and I was in a class with like the other students who can't speak Finnish, so I had like Finnish for like 5 hours every day. But it was a long time ago, so I still remember something, but like not much, So yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. Once you get up to Duluth or even with the Gamblers, and the press is going to want to talk to you, you're screwed now, because they all know you can speak English.
Yeah,
so they're going to be throwing the questions at you left and right.
Yeah.
So, Adam, you had just an amazing experience this winter at the World Junior Championships. Can you tell us, you have quite a story. How did you get involved with the Slovakian national team, and how did you end up going to Canada? I believe it was Moncton and Halifax.
Yeah.
And not only did you join the team, but you were voted the best goalie in the tournament. How the heck did this happen?
Yeah, so I wasn't even in a roster before tournament, so I wasn't supposed to be there. And then I went to USAJL and I won my first game, and then my second game I had shutout. And then just goalie coach texted me, and on the other day it was like the Christmas break right after the game, so I went to Chippewa, and right after I get here, just manager texted me that if I can fly tomorrow, and I was like, "What?" I didn't understand. What is happening right now? Like you already like make a roster. You have like 3 goalies there. Like it was actually after like they already played like their first game there against Germany, and like we lost. So like I didn't know what is going on, and like everything happened in like 24 hours, and then. Like I said, goalie coach just texted me. Then I talked to him, and then manager texted me if I can fly tomorrow, and then I flew. So that's how it happened, and everything happened so fast. So yeah.
Wow! Congratulations! I got to tell you, that was a really big deal here in Chippewa Falls, being the Steel goalie, and it was just fun seeing the pictures in the newspaper. There you are with your Slovakian jersey and your Chippewa Steel pads and your gloves and your helmet. That was awesome.
It was. You stood out perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's funny because, like, I didn't even play the games with my, like, steel gear before, like, I went to the USAJL. So my first game in steel gear, I played at the USAJL and then at the World Juniors because I was waiting for my gear, like, 6 months.
Boy.
I actually ordered it right after I talked to Casey. So, like, even a month before I was drafted here because I knew I will be here. And I was waiting for it like 6 months, so it came in December. So
that's a long wait.
Yeah,
supply chain, baby.
Long wait. Yeah.
yeah.
When you get here, what is the feeling when you first meet the team and get into the locker room as a guy from a different country coming for the first time?
Yeah. So I think guys made it like very easy for me. Like I said, I was used to it. Like when I was 14, I went to Finland. That was like really hard. But like, I think now, like I said, the Casey was great. The guys were great and everything. So it was easy for me. I didn't feel like I'm, like 24 hours from my home, like when you fly to Slovakia. So I feel like, of course, like the language and everything was different, but the guys were great to me. So it was fine.
So when you feel like a good part of the team, now you can focus on hockey and the other stuff just goes by the wayside.
Yeah.
Nice.
Are there any jokesters in the locker room? Lend a little bit of comedy, practice or in the locker room or on the bus?
I mean, I don't know who is like the biggest joker. I like to joke as well. So I don't know who is like the biggest one. We have some, but like I like to joke as well. So yeah.
Any pranks you pull on any of the players?
That you can talk about?
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm talking about, like, the number 19 JJ Granda. I call him Joseph, so everybody is laughing about it. And, like, I like to joke about him. So yeah, he's, like, one of my best friends here, but we are joking too much. So I'll just say something funny to him, and everybody's laughing. So, yeah.
Keep things loose.
What's it like on the ice? Do you guys get down to business when it's time to get on the ice and practice?
Yeah, I think that's great. Like, you have to have fun, but like when you are working and it's time for the work, you just have to work. So like it's great like to have fun, but like the most important thing on the ice is to work hard. So I think we are working hard, and we know when it's time to have fun and when it's time to work hard. So yeah.
When you specifically are on the ice, is there something the coach will say to you or you will say to the coach that says, during this practice, this needs to be worked on for me?
Sometimes we are talking like before the practice about some stuff, but like Casey always asks me like before the morning skate, before the games, if I want something specific or something like that. But like not too much on the ice. He just asked me how I feel, and we just talked before the practice about some stuff. So,
Do you ever screw with him and just say, I feel like crap?
I mean, sometimes, but like not very often. So,
It is his coach.
You don't want to give him a heart attack, right?
no.
Okay.
So when you got up to into Canada for that World Junior tournament, were you surprised that you got to play? And then not only that, but you excelled. You got a 6-3 win over the United States, for crying out loud. Then you beat Latvia. I think that was your shutout, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Were you surprised you got to play, number one, and number two, that you did such a great job? I mean, or you pretty much knew you were going to do fine?
Yeah, I was confident that I will do fine, but like like I said, I was hoping that I will have chance to play. Like they changed the roster and everything, so I was like, they probably wouldn't do it that if I was just like third goalie for them. But like then the first game against Finland, I didn't even dress for the game, and we lost, and coaches had to change something. So I didn't even know, like the night before the game against USA, the goalie coach just talked to me like before the morning skate, and he told me that I'm playing. So I was excited and I was confident that it will be fine, and I wasn't nervous or something like this. So yeah, I was like, I think I was ready for it, and I was confident that everything will be fine. So yeah.
Did you know some of the guys on the team? Had you played with some of them before?
Yeah, like Slovakia is a small country, so I know like almost every guy at the team, and there are some guys like Filip Mešar, like he's from the same town, so we played together since we were like, like from the beginning, since we were 6. So it was great to be there with him and the other guys. So yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
You've got a big game out here with the Steel, and you're facing the grindiest team that always gives you the toughest game. Knowing that you've got 60 on your roster that all do a great job, which 2D do you want to see in front of you when their toughest line gets out there?
I don't know. I trust all my Ds, so I don't know like which 2Ds I would pick, but like I think like maybe not the most defensive Ds, but like so offensive ones are like the Sean Ramsey and Sam Frandina, so they're great, and they're like, when they are playing, I feel like we have like 5 forwards, but they are like fast, so they can get back as well. So I think maybe those 2 guys.
Are they grinders in the corner when they need to be?
Yeah, when they need to be there.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Give a shout out to our sponsors here, Riverside Bike and Skate, and our buddy Pat Robecki, Eau Claire Hockey Headquarters, which is the oldest hockey store in the state of Wisconsin. Buy hockey gear from the people that play and know the game. Riverside Bike and Skate. And also our buddy Harry Hertel at Hertel Law, the law firm you want on your side. Focusing on criminal defense and personal injury, Harry Hertel has been obtaining results for clients in the Chippewa Valley since 1981. When you need legal help if injured or accused of a crime, call 715-832-4330 for a free in-person consultation.
As you have grown in the ranks of hockey, are you watching college or pro goalies? And if so, which goalies do you like to watch?
Yeah, so like I said, I didn't watch much like college hockey because like I said, it's not very popular in Slovakia. But always I was watching NHL, and my favorite goalie is Andrei Vasilevsky.
Oh.
I think like last year he's like the best goalie by far in the NHL, and I think like there is no question who is best player in the NHL right now. Like everybody would say it's McDavid, and I think it's the same with the goalies, that Vasilevsky is the best. So I like to watch him.
He's got some great moves.
Yeah.
Now, do you ever stand in front of the TV and try to mimic him at all?
I mean, like, not much, but like when I'm on the ice, I'm trying to do like some things as he's doing it. So yeah, I'm trying to watch like every his game, and like when I'm watching Tampa and he's not playing, I'm angry. So
okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
yeah.
So Adam, you mentioned that you wanted to try to play in the college ranks, okay? ultimately, I'm thinking you probably wanted to play some level of professional hockey, and usually there's two routes to take. You take the junior route, or you take the college route. And a lot of the kids who play in the NAHL and the USHL end up going the college route. And then if you play major junior in Canada, you go pretty much right to the pros.
Yeah.
Did you try to get into any Canadian junior programs, or were you pretty certain that college was the way to go? And
Yeah.
why did you think that was the best way for you?
Yeah, so like I said, I decided like 2 or 3 years ago about college, and like before that I wasn't sure it was like the best for me. But then I talked to some guys, and I just feel like that's the best way for me. Like especially goalies like needs more time to get better and like to grow. So like in college you have time till you are like 24 to get better to play like pro hockey. So I decided like 3 years ago, and that was the great decision, and I would never change it. So yeah.
So you heard from most of the Division I schools in America. I'm sure you heard from most of the USHL teams now. So you've decided that instead of going and staying with the Gamblers, that you're going to stick with the Steel. Why did you choose to stick with the Chippewa Steel?
Yeah, so like I said, I have more options in USHL, and I didn't feel like it's the right thing for me and for Chippewa that I should leave like for the whole year. So I think like that was great fit for me that I went to Green Bay for 10 games so nobody can draft me. I think it's a great spot for me for the next year. Like they have like great coaches, great goalie coach, and everything was great here, and I'm really excited to be back there next year. And I just feel like everything started in Chippewa, and like Casey helped me, and like everything, like all the schools and all the attention I have was because of him. So now I want to help Casey and help the team to make some team success this year, and I think we have a great team for it. So that's why I'm back here.
Not everybody would have made that decision, but that loyalty means so much to you. God, that says a lot about you and your character.
Yeah.
So awesome.
Definitely respecting the commitment you made, and as two hockey players, we respect that decision, and I know Casey does.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And then of course, moving up next year, as you should, to a tougher league. Good for you.
Yeah.
I admire that.
Oh, I think that's wonderful. Yeah, it says a lot.
We'd be remiss if we didn't ask about the fact that there have been some NHL teams knocking on your door. Can you tell us who's been interested in looking at you?
Yeah, so there are like many teams. Like I said, there are some teams talking to me, even like when I played here before I went to USHL and to World Juniors, and now it was maybe, I don't know, around like 15 teams like talked to me and sent me questionnaires. So I don't know, like maybe one of the first teams were like Arizona or New Jersey Devils. So those are like the first one, and now, like I said, there are maybe like 15 teams. So
do you anticipate getting drafted in this summer's NHL draft?
Yeah, so I mean, we will see how it will go, but hopefully I will be drafted, and we will see in which round. So
I think you're being a little bit humble right now.
I tell you what, I've read that it's not a case of if you're going to be drafted, but when you get drafted. And if that is indeed the case, in a perfect scenario for you, who would you like to pick you as a goalie for their team?
I don't know, like I can't
probably
pick,
Tampa Bay, so you can work with Vasilevsky.
Yeah, but yeah, my favorite team is Tampa Bay because of Vasilevsky. So they would be my first pick, and then I don't know, maybe like Minnesota because it's close to here, or then maybe Nashville. Like my beloved mom loves Nashville, so I think she would move there, and she wants to have farm there with llamas and goats. So I think if I would play in Nashville, she would move there and just have farm there and watching the NHL games. So we will see. I can choose. It's not up to me. So yeah, we will see. I think playing in any NHL team, it will be great. So
okay, the teams that have reached out to you, have they been very professional in their conduct?
Yeah.
And you mentioned questionnaires and things. What can you give us a little bit more insight as to how a team contacts you and what happens after that initial contact?
Yeah, so like every team is doing like the different way. There are some teams who just like send me email and ask me if I can like fill the questionnaire for them, and there are like I don't know, like just some basic informations about you, and then some questions like, what do you think about your game? Like, what do you think are your strengths? What do you have to improve? And how are you playing on the ice? And questions like this. So there's like the first questionnaires, and then some teams, like I said, Arizona or New Jersey Devils, who talked to me like earlier, they like been here to Chippewa and interview me, and then they send me some like other questionnaires, like some like psychological things. So it's just like the first questions are just like simple, but then it's like getting harder, and you have to like think more about it. And then like some other questionnaires, they're like 300 questions about your personality, and it's like so long, and like, you know, like those first questions is just like simple English, but then like actually my billet mom had to help me with it. Like I was like, what? Like that's English? Like I can't understand anything. So
Man, it's like taking a college exam.
yeah,
Have you seen the movie Miracle?
yeah, I did.
Do you remember the scene with Herb Brooks and Jim Craig, where Jim Craig refused to take the big psychological exam,
Yeah.
and he and Herb had words, and I think Jim said, "Fine, Herb, I'll take the exam." And then Herb said, I don't want the goalie who will take the exam. I want the goalie who wouldn't."
Yeah.
Because evidently that made him, where he stuck to his mind. So
Yeah.
be careful on those
Yeah.
300 questionnaires. Those are big ones.
Yeah.
As you progress now from the Steel onto the Gamblers, what part of your game do you think you need to improve on to go to that next level?
Yeah, I think like I'm trying to work on my stance. I think like I'm like so wide, so like my feet has to be like more narrow, and then like I have to put my shoulders like more upright to like look bigger in the net, and then I just have to like slow down. Sometimes I'm like just like flying from the one side to the other side sometimes, so I just have to like calm down and slow down, so just like be more patient and just those things.
So you've been getting a lot of attention from different scouts and different teams. How are your teammates? How are they reacting to this? They ribbing you a little bit.
I mean, little bit, but I mean, I think they're like happy for me, and like I said, we are a great group of guys, and yeah, I think they are happy, and I just want to help them, and that's one of the reasons why I didn't leave, because we are like great group. So I'm happy to be back here.
Nice.
You're not the only one on the team, though, that has the opportunity to play college. You've got a few teammates that have signed letters of intent. There's like 3 or 4 of them, isn't there?
Yeah, I think there are like maybe like 6 or 7 guys who are committed. So, and there are some other guys who are talking to schools. So I think like at the end of the season we will have like around 10 guys who will be committed to some college. So
Anybody looking to join you with the Bulldogs?
I don't know. I would be happy for it, but I don't know if that will happen. So we will see.
So what are you going to tell those teammates of yours that are playing D1 hockey and they step on the ice and they start rifling pucks at your head on the opposing team? You're going to give them a penalty, the little tap to the back of the
old ankle?
leg, ankle, let them know who's boss?
Maybe.
Hey, all's fair in love and war on the ice, right?
That's right. Buddy's off the ice, but once you hit the ice,
Yeah.
gloves are off, right?
Yeah, exactly.
What is the aspect of the game of hockey that you like the most?
I don't even know. I just like everything about hockey. So I think it's the best sport you can play, and I just love everything about it. So yeah.
When you make the NHL, whichever team it is, are you going to allow Mogi and I to interview you once you make it in the big leagues?
Yeah, of course.
Sweet. All right, man. We got an in.
We got an in. You have been a great
Yeah.
interview.
Yeah.
This has been fantastic. Further question I got for you. Looking back at your coaches and mentors, is there somebody that you look back upon that had a good or great impact on your ability to play hockey?
Yeah, I think, like I said, I think the most important person for me was Jan Lašák, the director of goaltending in Slovakia. like he was helping me last 5 years, and he's the biggest reason why I'm where I am right now. So I think if I have to choose like one person, like he will be number one for me, and he's helping me all the time. So yeah.
That's fantastic.
That's wonderful.
He's followed you.
Great to have a mentor
Will
like
he
that.
continue
Yeah.
to keep in touch with you as you move through to the Gamblers?
Yeah. I mean, I'm talking to him like almost every week, so that's great with him. And yeah.
Do you send him game film then?
Yeah, I'm sending him some videos, and he's watching like all my games at the Instad, and yeah, then I'm talking to like some other goalie coaches from Slovakia. Like with the goalie coach who was my goalie coach last 2 years, I'm talking like almost every day. So that's the great for me as well, and I have like many coaches to who I'm talking like every week.
So if you have that many coaches, are they all pretty much giving you the same message?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like we have like the national team goalie camps in Slovakia, and there are maybe like 10 goalie coaches, so like they are like pretty much on the same page, and I'm talking to some of those, and like I said, like mostly I'm talking to the director of goaltending, and he's helping me all the time, and he was very important for me in like all my decisions I made. And then the goalie coach was my goalie coach last 2 years, so those two people are very important for me.
What is a daily workout routine for Adam?
Yeah, so like I wake up around like 7. I'm going to the ring at 8. Then we have like the workout or like the skill session. So like workout is for like an hour. Then on Monday and Tuesday we have the goalie coaches here, so we have goalie skate. And then we have team practice at noon for like 2 hours, and then I stay on the ice for a little longer with some guys and just working on some other stuff. So there's like for the practice, and then when I go home I'm like doing recovery and like all those things like the stretching, and then I have some like the vision workout and those things. So yeah.
Okay.
Hockey.
Hockey is
Yeah,
exactly
pretty much
right.
all
So
day.
you're not taking any classes
That's how you get to be
right
great.
now.
Yeah, actually I'm still at the high school, so we are 1 year longer in high school at Slovakia. So I'm doing my last year of high school here because like, you know, it wouldn't be possible to do it like the Slovak high school, like the time difference and everything. So I'm doing high school here, and like I don't know if I will be able to do it with my billet mom, so she's helping me with everything, so she is great. And yeah, it's really hard for me, like the English and some stuff, you know. So
Well, maybe Mogi can help you out with that. He's the educator. I'm
Yeah.
the idiot of the two. So
I'll help you if you help me with my GoPro.
yeah,
All right,
okay,
sounds
great
good.
deal.
I'm sure you're in good hands with your billet mom, though.
Adam,
Hey,
thank you very much. This has been a great opportunity. You're a terrific young man. We wish you nothing but the best in your hockey career, and I think you're going to do exactly what your dream is, and I think you're going to be playing in the NHL. Mogi?
well, I think it's wonderful. What a great opportunity for us. What a story about a guy who came out of nowhere, literally out of nowhere, and look where you're going. So we're proud of you. The loyalty just stands out so much to me. It just kind of makes my heart kind of beat a little bit faster. It's just amazing. So thank you for your time today,
Yeah,
buddy.
thank you so much.
All right. Thank you to our featured guest, Adam Gajan, and a huge thank you to our audience. Special thank you to our sponsors for today's episode, State Farm Insurance and the Flag Brothers, Hertel Law, Raleigh's Coach Club, Riverside Bike and Skate, and Chippewa Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Please follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and also visit our YouTube channel, and visit us on our website at thebreakoutsessions.com. And as always, folks, until our next episode, remember, stay on your inside edges.